Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is Saturday, January 14th, so you know what time it is. It's Wax Gaming Weekly Recap time. We have a lot to go over this week. It seems like everything has fired back up after the holidays, so there's a lot going on in January, a lot coming in the next few months. Super excited to go through here and show you what's coming up here. If you didn't already know, I'm also trying to do more videos on these in more detail. I've done a few, we'll be doing a few more, so keep an eye out for those. Let's kick it off right away with Taco Universe and Encryptia. Encryptia they dropped their gear this past week. If you're lucky enough to get one, they only had 600 packs available, so if you're lucky enough to get one, congratulations. I was able to get one. I haven't actually opened it yet. I'm going to open up a little bit closer to the actual release of Season 2, which is this Tuesday, January 17th. I hope you're all excited for it. I am excited. We'll go ahead and do a video next week. There are a lot of changes with Season 2. I did another video previously, kind of theorized what they were based on the Medium article that was put out there. But I actually want to show you the changes. I wouldn't mind. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see kind of a season run through similar to what I'm doing with Realm? I could also do a similar thing with Encryptia Season 2. Let me know your thoughts. I can do regular updates every week, every 2 weeks. Let me know if that's something that interests you, and I can go ahead and put that together. But that's kicking off here on January 17th. Next on the list, we have Realm. This weekend, Realm is doing their building event. This is part of Season 6. It's basically if you're a little bit behind on your buildings and you need some help, over the weekend, you're going to go ahead and get an increase of 100% speed. Basically, it's going to be half the time it normally takes to go ahead and build within your regions. And then there's a discount of 30% off the cost of those builds. I'm to the point right now, as you saw probably from my last video, that the timing of this was a little rough for me, but I can see how it's going to be very helpful for others, especially if you're trying to catch up and you're trying to get in the top 100, top 50, depending on what you need to do in order to be successful for the season. So go ahead and jump on that. There's only 14 days, 15 days that are left in the season, so go ahead and push. Good luck to everybody. I'll let you know next week how I'm doing right now. All right, next on the list is Novopangea. Two things I wanted to comment here. One of the things that's been probably the biggest criticism towards the Novopangea project is there's no token that is tradable outside the game. They are launching that at the end of February. They're putting the details around it. They've done a few AMAs. They've done answered some questions on their pack releases or their pack breaks. So it's neat to see that they're going to be coming out with these, the new token, the Novo token, on the end of February. They have also started to try and do some events or some activities where you can use Obsidian, which is really the in-game token, not the one that's tradable outside, but the in-game, and try and use that. For example, they had an auction this week where you could go ahead and bid with Obsidian to go ahead and get one of the pack break slots. Also, if you're not familiar with pack breaks, I try and say this every week, it is probably one of the best reoccurring events that any of the projects are doing right now. They do it twice a week normally. You do not have to buy into it in order to win stuff. If you buy into it and you get one of the 6 slots, yes, you'll get a whole lot more than everybody else because you paid for it. Makes sense. But anyone that joins the stream has a chance to win different things, different in-game items like skilled workers or residents. They even do packs every now and then. So there's a lot of things that you can go ahead and win just by watching the stream. You obviously have to respond. If you win a prize, you don't just get to put your name in and walk away. And they give a lot of great information, and Mike and Franklin are pretty darn entertaining. In the upcoming weeks, they do have a number of guests also, and I think the FGL folks are going to be joining. Is it FGL? So let me go ahead and jump over here to see if I can find the calendar quick to show you. This week is going to be, yes, the FGL folks are on Thursday, so it's neat to see that they're also bringing other project teams in there. Again, it's a fun time. It's a chance to win prizes. They answer and ask questions. Just a good time. They have it twice a week. You can see. Usually it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This past week it was Tuesday and Friday, just because of the announcement with the token. All right, next on the list we have Farming Tales. They are full steam ahead into their weekly challenges. If you're not familiar with this and didn't see my video from yesterday, essentially the weekly challenges are they're trying to emphasize the production of products within New Waxchester. If you're able to produce enough of the items that are listed, depending on the weekly event, you get legendary style NFTs. They started out with the Peach Tree, which was it was simple because you only really needed to collect goose eggs and hen eggs, but you needed to combine them into iron and coal, which turned into metal and so forth, and you needed wood. Wood was my biggest issue with that one, just because it only produces so much. But you were able to get legendary NFTs. They just launched the olive tree one, which is, there's quite a bit that's involved in that. Plus, they have some real life items. I mentioned this last week. The shoes, the Farming Tale shoes. Again, more of a novelty item, fun thing to have if you're interested. And they do have 5 real-life pairs of those available if you are able to put together the produced items. Next on the list, we have Mining Architect. This is a relatively new one, and they dropped a monster announcement with this. Yesterday, the time of the recording is technically, I'm recording this on Friday's transparency, so the sale hasn't happened yet. But by the time you're watching this on Saturday, yesterday, they had the Gold VIP sale. And the importance with the Gold VIP is multiple things that you can do. You get first round of sales, which is normal, some in-game perks, but they also announced that there is some other big games coming out from the same team here in the very near future. They don't have dates to it, but they basically said the Gold VIP pass will be able to be converted into an all-access pass to all of the games that they are going to be producing. So they have 3 big games that are coming out here in the near future. Can't wait to hear more about these. Obviously, I'll go ahead. I love the team behind these projects, so I'll be passing some information on once I get more. Next on the list is Castles. They had 2 events happen this week. They kicked off Season 3 of the free-to-play option, so if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. They also did the Rune Seeker sale. This was a sale that happened yesterday, Friday the 13th, where they essentially, this person is able to convert equipment into Rune Source. So it's a way for those people that are just getting an abundance of equipment that they can't use. It's a way to convert into Rune Source because Rune Source is very limited in the game right now. So it's nice that they're dropping this option available into the game. Next on the list is FGL. I actually skipped over this one last week, and I apologize. I completely skipped over the entire slide. For Outlaw Troopers, they kicked off their Season 2 on December 27th. I meant to mention this. It goes all the way through the end of January. Lots of cool events. This is probably my favorite out of the 3 games. They're all a great company that's there, but this is definitely my favorite out of all 3. So check it out if you're into Outlaw Troopers. Then Avalon, go ahead and mention this. They official alpha was launched this past Monday. So now we have several weeks to go through the process. It's not too late to join if you want to get a gold pass. You still have plenty of time to earn the badges, test out the game. If you earn 21 of the badges in the gold pass, you go ahead and get a legendary character, which is awesome. Those are selling for $400 to $500 right now. I have to check the actual price. It might have been $600. So it's a good opportunity there to go ahead and jump in and get a good return for it. And you know me, I normally don't talk about returns, but this is pretty decent. Next on the list, this event coming up here on the January 20th through the 22nd. If you're not familiar with DigiCon, DigiCon was a every 2 month event that happened free. That actually ended. The sponsor of that event, Splinterlands, pulled out and is no longer sponsoring it. So a group of individuals came through and picked up the convention, renamed it, similar style, free to join. Lots of great wax games and other NFT style games. Definitely worth checking out. Go ahead to the website. I'll have a link in the description down below. It goes from January 20th to the 22nd. I'll do a quick video once I'm able to get in just to walk around, show you what's changed, what's different from DigiCon, what's new, and just a cool event that's great to go. You sign up for free. You can go for 5 minutes, check out your favorite games, learn some new games. Good stuff. And then last but not least, Funko has a new drop coming out here on the 17th. Not something that I am interested in. Huff and Puff, I guess they are. Let me slide up here. It is the 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Their normal drop times. I'm not going to do a separate video on this, but I want to make sure that I did highlight it. As I mentioned, I like Funko drops. Just not a theme that I'm very interested in, but you may be, so I wanted to mention it here. All right, again, we went over a little bit of the 10 minutes. I rambled a little bit, so I hope you're all okay with that. Let me know in the comments down below, did I miss any big announcements or any big events that happened either this past week or what's coming up? I'd be happy to go ahead and communicate those in the future. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.